I had always thought that being kind meant saying yes to everyone. My home was the gathering place for my friends, my coworkers, and especially my grown children whenever they wanted help. I loved them, of course, but over the years, their needs had quietly become my obligations. It all started one Friday evening. My daughter, Lila, called in a panic. Her apartment had flooded, the ceiling collapsed, and she needed me to pay for the repairs. My heart clenched. I opened my wallet without thinking, but then something inside me paused. Wait, why am I the only one solving all these emergencies? The next morning, I decided to visit my local bank. I had already noticed that my accounts were dangerously low from covering every crisis that arose. As I spoke with the bank manager, I realized that protecting my finances wasn't selfish, it was survival. New passwords, locked accounts, and limits on who could withdraw money. For the first time, I was putting myself first. Returning home, I found a neighbor, Mrs. Fernandez, watering her plants outside. She had always been friendly, but today she looked concerned. "Are you okay?" she asked gently. I told her about Lila's latest emergency, and she nodded knowingly. "You've been carrying too much for too long. It's time to put yourself first," she said. Her words hit me like a revelation. That evening, Lila arrived, expecting immediate help. She had no idea I had changed my bank settings. "Mom, you have to help me," she exclaimed. I took a deep breath. "Lila, you're 33 years old. You have a job. You can handle this yourself. I won't be responsible for bailing you out anymore." Her face fell. She looked shocked, angry, and finally, unsure. She left without a word. For the first time in years, I felt relief, not guilt. That night, I allowed myself to order a proper dinner from a fancy restaurant, just for me. I savored every bite without calculating whether I had enough left in my account for someone else's emergency. The following week, I went on a small retreat alone. No calls, no responsibilities, no urgent demands. I met other women who shared similar stories. Grown children depending on their parents for decades, spouses who refused to take responsibility, friends who drained them emotionally. I realized I was not alone, and that gave me strength. When I returned, Lila came to talk. Her tone was softer now. "Mom, I didn't realize, I mean, I've never really thought about how much I've relied on you." I nodded. "It's time to learn independence. You'll make mistakes, but you'll also learn responsibility. That's how adults grow." Over the next few months, she began to manage her own life, paying bills, making her own repairs, even budgeting her own food. And for the first time, our relationship shifted. I wasn't just a provider anymore. I was her mother again. She came to me for advice, not money. She visited because she wanted connection, not assistance. That year, I finally felt free. I traveled to the mountains, took cooking classes, spent entire days reading without guilt. I learned that saying no didn't make me unkind. It made me whole. I had spent decades giving everyone else my energy, my money, and my peace. Now I was reclaiming it, and for the first time, life felt truly mine. The lesson I learned is simple, yet powerful. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Protect yourself, set boundaries, and love others without sacrificing your dignity. Only then can relationships be truly meaningful.